Trimble knows that in the industries we all depend on, where speed counts, every turn matters. Trimble is the technology company that connects your physical and digital worlds, so you can see what's coming, take intelligent action, and get hard work done faster than you ever thought possible. Check them out at Trimble.com. Ready to turn data points into decision points? Turn deadlines into finish lines? And turn possibilities into profits? Then turn to Trimble. Trimble. Confidence at every turn.
If you're a smoker or vapor ready to make a change, you really only need one good reason. But with Zyn nicotine pouches, you'll discover many good reasons. Zyn is America's #1 nicotine pouch brand. Plus, Zyn offers a robust rewards program. There are lots of options when it comes to nicotine satisfaction. But there's only one Zyn. Check out Zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Hey, this is Jonathan Fields, host of the Good Life Project podcast. Boost Mobile reminds me of what I love, when someone reimagines what's possible. Offering reliable nationwide coverage backed by a 30-day money-back guarantee. While other carriers spend millions on flashy Super Bowl ads, Boost Mobile puts those dollars towards what matters more, delivering reliable nationwide coverage at prices that make you wonder why we've been paying so much. For just $25 a month, you get unlimited service that will never go up in price, not next year, not ever. And they're so confident you'll love it, they back it with a 30-day money-back guarantee, no questions asked. Want to see if Boost Mobile is right for you? Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com. Customers who cancel within 30 days of activation will have Boost service fees refunded, activation fees if applicable, and phone payments will not be refunded.
Carol, you're in remission. I think what gets me most about this whole journey that I've been through is just how many jigsaw pieces come together to help someone like me. I've met people who have just packaged the drugs. Just this white box saying World Courier on it. But I want to be able to say thank you to every single person that works on these things because they've saved my life. Every single one of them.
Every minute, World Courier makes another life-changing delivery. Learn more. Search World Courier.
This is the Daily Tech News Month in Review for September 2025. We're going to look back on what the big stories of the month were and try to help each other understand.
This month, it is TikTok, Apple, and Google Antitrust.
Playing the hits. I'm Tom Merritt.
I'm Jenn Cutter.
Let's take a look back on the biggest stories of September 2025. Now, first, we thought it would be fun to be lazy and just ask ChatGPT, hey, what are the biggest stories of September 2025? So let's take a look at what ChatGPT thought. The Apple event. Okay. That's a good
sense.
We have that one too. We are in accord. Meta Connect. That's a bonus for the patrons.
I agree. I agree on this count.
The U.S. Federal Trade Commission launching inquiries into chatbot safety for minors, pushing the regulatory spotlight on AI companies.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't think it's a big enough story right now.
Exactly. We covered it. It certainly was a story. Mm-hmm. It didn't seem to dominate the month for me, though. But yeah, that's interesting.
Did happen this month.
You know what? I bet ChatGPT is not just looking at tech news. It's looking at all news when it does this. That would make sense, especially with UN global AI governance momentum. Definitely wasn't on my list.
Yeah, and definitely not phrased like that.
No. Apparently, the UN adopted a resolution to create an independent scientific AI panel and a global dialogue, which to me was like the UN talks about AI more. When that actually has an effect on things, I'll pay a little more attention. Cyber incidents, infrastructure vulnerability. I mean, yes, but that would be every month if you get that general, right?
Sadly.
Yeah. They have the Collins Aerospace thing, which disrupted airports in Europe, the DDoS attacks, but not any particular one of these rose high enough for me. Like
the Jaguar one, I think is pretty big, but until we know more about how they eventually resolve it,
sure.
Only so much you can say.
Samsung Galaxy S25 FE, all the stuff at IFA. I had IFA on my list too, actually, but we didn't end up doing it. Android feature drops. We did cover those quite a bit. And then regulatory and antitrust pressure. We're not going to cover all of it as broadly as that, but we are going to talk about the Google antitrust decision. So that one works too.
Definitely.
They did not include the OpenAI Microsoft, or ChatGPT did not include the OpenAI Microsoft agreement in there. I thought that was kind of a big deal.
It is, but it is an agreement. So it is one of those things we got to see it play out.
True. There were a lot of things that came out of that where OpenAI started to strike deals with other companies, but that isn't done yet. So I feel like that's kind of...
It started a snowball, but it hasn't hit the base of the mountain
But the snow
yet.
hasn't finished rolling. Made on YouTube announcement. I was thinking maybe, but maybe that wasn't big enough. And then
I'm pretty biased to being covering YouTube news, but it's not. I don't think it's big enough to like overshadow, say, Apple.
Yeah, and then right at the end of the month we had the Snapdragon event from Qualcomm, but that's still playing out as well. Devices are just starting to come out. All right, so let's start with TikTok. We're not going to redo the entire month's coverage of TikTok if you're like, oh, great, if you listen all the time. But just to recap people up real fast, we now have the U.S. saying there's a deal. China is not saying there's a deal as of this recording. But the deal has until January 23rd to be completed, according to an executive order from the U.S. If the reporting is to be believed, this will end up with ByteDance having a 19.9% stake in the U.S. version of TikTok, and ByteDance will operate e-commerce marketing and liaise with the international version of TikTok to make sure it's all working smoothly. The U.S. company would not be majority owned by any one investor, but would handle the data, which Oracle already does, so that's no change there, as well as get a lease to the ByteDance algorithm, retrain it on U.S. user data, and handle the weighting of moderation. So if somebody's going to put a thumb on the scale to push a particular point of view, it'll be the U.S. company that does it, not ByteDance. That slowly trickled out all month long. We heard things that didn't end up being true, but honestly, most of the stuff we heard seems to be playing out, but we still don't have China confirming the deal. So we don't really have a deal yet.
Well, the way I've been feeling about this is like, roller coasters, when you're going slowly, clicking up that hill, and you're just waiting for it to gain speed and roll downhill. And so now it's like, okay, so January, we're going to see something, we hope.
Yeah. This is the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversary Controlled Applications Act, for those who like to have the bill properly.
It's very subtle.
As I keep reminding people, in January, I think it was the 19th, that law required ByteDance to either divest TikTok in the U.S. or it would be illegal for anyone to distribute it. But what the president has done is issued an executive order saying, Apple, Google, you can distribute it. I won't come after you. It basically instructs the attorney general, don't enforce this law. But it's actually technically illegal. So this new executive order is interesting in that it's saying, we're going to cover the entire time from January 19th to now to say that nothing that happened then was illegal, because we got this deal and you have until January 23rd to finish this deal, and this deal is going to happen. I still wonder if that deal's going to fall through. That would be big. Me too. Yeah. If
you're counting the pushbacks, well, if you're running a betting pool, let us know how it goes.
Yeah. Then we had that story of Australia. A senator in Australia, Senator Patterson, saying maybe Australia should use the U.S. version of TikTok. Still too early. Still too early. And I don't know which way Canada's going to go, because we kicked out TikTok Canada, the business, but not the app. The app is the total normal app, and no one has made noises past that national security review about taking the app or running the U.S. thing. But mentioning U.S. news in Canada right now is a little touchy, so I don't blame them for being quiet about it. And January is interesting in tech in general, but I think it's going to be extra interesting in 2026. And then in the middle of the month, we had China cracking down on NVIDIA, but now NVIDIA says, oh, they're gonna let us back in. Feels like there's another shoe to drop with that. Maybe that's what China's waiting to resolve before they come out and say, yes, we're on board. Mm-hmm. All right. When we come back in a minute, we are going to talk about the big Apple news.
Every day there's a new challenge to face. So meet Trimble, the technology company that connects your physical and digital worlds, allowing you to make decisions and take intelligent action to get the hard work done. And the best part, you can do it all faster than you've ever thought possible. Check them out at Trimble.com. You ready to turn data points into decision points or turn deadlines into finish lines? How about turning possibilities into profits? Then turn to Trimble.
Hey, what's up? It's Mario Lopez. Back to school is an exciting time, but it can also be overwhelming, and kids may feel isolated, a vulnerability that human traffickers can exploit. Human trafficking doesn't always look like what you expect. Everyday moments can become opportunities for someone with bad intentions. Whether you're a parent, teacher, coach, or neighbor, check in, ask questions, stay connected. Blue Campaign is a national awareness initiative that provides resources to help recognize suspected instances of human trafficking. Learn the signs and how to report at dhs.gov/Blue Campaign.
The market's uncertain, revenue's tight, and hiring on hold. That's why results-driven companies are using Upwork to keep work moving. Go to Upwork.com today and start hiring proven freelance talent fast. No bulky overhead. No rigid long-term contracts. Just the right expert right when you need them. Work smarter and faster with Upwork. Go to Upwork.com now and find your freelance expert. That's UPWORK.com. Post a job for free and get started today.
If your dog could talk, they'd beg for Ollie. The full-body tail wag, the excited little hops, the big, goofy grin, that's the Ollie effect. Ollie delivers clean, fresh nutrition in 5 drool-worthy flavors, even for the pickiest eaters. Made in U.S. kitchens with high-quality, human-grade ingredients, Ollie's food contains no fillers, no preservatives, just real food. Just fill out Ollie's 30-second quiz and they'll create a customized meal plan based on your pup's weight, activity level, and other health info. Dogs deserve the best, and that means fresh, healthy food. Head to ollie.com/healthypup, tell them about your dog, and use code HEALTHYPUP to get 60% off your welcome kit when you subscribe today. Plus, they offer a happiness guarantee on the first box, so if you're not completely satisfied, you'll get your money back. That's OLLIE.com/healthypup and enter code HEALTHYPUP to get 60% off your first box.
Watching your teen struggle with acne is tough. You want to help, but where do you start? Panoxyl makes it simple, with dermatologist-recommended products trusted for over 50 years. From powerful face washes to invisible patches, it's real skincare that works and builds confidence, too. Support your teen's skin journey with Panoxyl. Learn more at panoxyl.com or shop the Panoxyl store on Amazon. Panoxyl, the acne authority.
Apple had a very big month, announcing and releasing a metric ton of goodies. For the wristwear side of things, we've got the Apple Watch Series 11, Apple Watch SE 3, and Apple Watch Ultra 3. The AirPods Pro 3 with the live translation feature. And for phones, we have the iPhone 17, the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max, and the iPhone Air, the thinnest iPhone ever at 5.6 millimeters, which is just scary thin. All of these were announced at Apple's event on September 9th and launched starting September 19th. On September 15th, there was also iOS 26, iPadOS 26, watchOS 26, and macOS 26 becoming available. Yeah. So we've got Tom here. We've also got Amos here, who've had hands-on with the product, and I'm kind of excited to see how they feel about it now that they've had a little time with that as a very mini live with it.
Yeah. We've had a few weeks now, a couple of weeks here. Amos, which phone did you get?
I got the 17 Pro Max in
in the orange.
Caution cone orange.
Do you have any scratches?
I do not.
Because there's the whole scratches, that's our launch controversy is that the Pro Max is the one that gets the scratches on it.
You put it in a case and it nullifies it completely. So
yeah. Okay.
I will say that my quick review, I've noticed better reception. I'm a Verizon customer. I've noticed better reception in some places that were kind of deadish zones. And the camera, the differences in the camera are noticeable, but maybe only because I'm a photographer. So
that's positive noticeable. Yeah.
That's the reason to get the Pro or the Pro Max is if you want the improved camera. So it sounds like you were the right market to get it.
Yeah. And, of course, battery life is better, but I'm coming from a 15.
Okay. So you made a nice job there.
Yeah. But even my 15 still had 95% battery left because I keep it on the don't charge past 80%. But yeah, it's been fine. It's
how did it have 95% if you told it not to charge past?
No, 95% battery life left when I told it not to charge past 80%.
Oh, okay. So on your battery health screen,
how can it get to 95?
The battery
it
health.
lies.
There's the answer I was looking for.
Well,
but yeah, so you never run out of battery is the upshot of that. Yeah.
No, I mean, even only charging at 80%, I was rarely running out of battery on my 15 to where, I was like, oh, I need to charge it. Maybe once or twice a month I'd have that problem. And now with the even bigger battery, it's still like, I don't think I've been below 40% yet on this phone.
Yeah, it's good.
So,
all right. That's my big advantage of the Apple Watch Series 11, which is upside down. But that's because I wear it on my right hand. It is got better battery life. I went from the Series 6 to the Series 11, and the Series 6 couldn't make it through the day. I had to turn off everything. I had to turn off the always on screen. I had to turn off notifications and haptics, and I had to lock that thing down to even get it through the day. So I've been slowly going through the process of turning everything back on. Like, oh, right, I can have haptics back on. I can leave it on, always on. That is my big advantage, is I can turn all that stuff back on and still make it through the day on battery. Honestly, have not noticed a whole lot else. There's not like a feature that came with it that made me go, ooh, now I can do this. But it doesn't mean I'm disappointed. It's just a few people told me like, oh my gosh, going from the 5 to 11, your mind's going to be blown. And maybe it still will, but I haven't yet. My mind is still intact.
Oh, see, I've got an 8 and I really, really like it. And I play hockey in it and I have to charge it once every 3 days unless I'm on the ice for 3 hours within 2 days. And I got to charge it faster. But you're also the only person I know who uses the always on function. You just have it on your wrist, ready to go at any time. I mean, okay. Just as like a watch.
That's how it's supposed to work, like a watch. And I'm like, you know what? If it's a feature, I'm going to use it so that I don't have to have it wake. When I had to turn that off, I was annoyed. Like, oh, right, I'm back to living in the Stone Age where I have to wait for it to wake up every time.
I'll use the always on, but I have an Ultra 2.
Now I know 2 people.
Yeah. I never used it before this because I didn't have a watch that was capable of it. But now my Ultra 2, I will end up with this at 50% battery life. And again, I don't let it charge past 80%, but it'll still have 50% of battery left at the end of normal day.
Yeah.
So
I should try the sleep tracking. I don't like sleeping with a thing on my wrist. I use the sleep
tracking.
I should try that.
I love it, and I'm shocked at how it doesn't, like, the watch will yell at me if it's getting to bedtime and it's at 20%, saying, like, yeah, we're not going to track your sleep unless you charge it right now. And it's like, all right, fine.
I use an older watch, a Series 3 that I still have, and I wear it on my other wrist at night.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So the way I don't get the wrist fatigue and everything else kind of goes on the other side. So basically I'll wear this in the shower and then put it to dry/charge, and I'll put the other one on from that point until I get up in the morning and brush my teeth and I swap them back over.
See, I was too hungry for that $55 trade-in for my Series 6. So.
Yeah, I know.
Which I got, by the way, came today. So
all right.
There you go. If you order immediately, get it on launch day. That's how long it takes. It takes until September 26th for you to get your refund. At least it did for me. Couple of things over the course of the month I thought were interesting. AirPods 3 being so well reviewed. We had Nate Langston on DTNS Live at the end of the month, just raving about it. And he's like an audiophile. He's very into sound quality. And he had the AirPods 2 Pro 2 and going. He said, yes, I really think the noise canceling is amazing. I think the sound quality is better. And all the reviewers just raving about the AirPods Pro 3. I was surprised by that.
Yeah, it caught my attention. I don't like earbuds. Just as a general thing, like on TV when you're trying to use the IEM, and I'm like, do I have to? But people have said that the changes made for the comfort and the weight, and then for people who are really using the live translation feature and other accessibility options, I'm like, do I go try to find a way to try these? Would I get used to putting them in?
Nate isn't even allowed to use the live translation because he lives in the UK and it hasn't launched there. So he's still raving about them even without that. That's just going to make him rave even more once he gets it.
still in ear. That's a me problem. That's not an Apple problem.
Sales were better out of the gate than for the 16, which I thought was very telling. We did talk about this on the show, but I thought it was very telling that when Apple focused on engineering and emphasizing the improvements to the camera, when they brought pretty much all the pro features except for the camera stuff to the base model, they sold more. They sold more phones than when they focused on AI last time, which is interesting that they're gonna launch a Siri app, according to Mark Gurman, in March, and it's out of cycle, right? They're basically not using it to sell the phones. They're going to launch it as its own thing. And the iPhone Air battery, everybody was concerned about that. It's still not as good as the other two models, but because it's smaller, but it's better than people expected.
Yeah, it's a different use case. Cause like I got a 16 base because there was nothing in the Pro or Pro Max that I wanted, and also could not wait long enough to get a 17. So when I saw those 17 sales, I was like, wow, a lot of people were hanging on just to jump on this in a hurry.
Yeah.
They didn't even wait for reviews. They just went and bought it immediately.
Well, folks, this is a new thing for us to kind of recap the month. So we kind of went round and round about how we should do it. Please tell us your feedback. If you're like, you know what? I love the idea of the month recap, but here's what I want from it. Or now that I listen to it, I get the idea. Here's what would make it even better. We really want you to tell us what you like or what you would like to hear from it.
Mm-hmm. We'd love hearing from you in general, frankly. So
Indeed.
We'll always take your feedback.
In our Discord, in our Patreon, in our Substack, or just by email, feedback@dailytechnewsshow.com.
Trimble is the technology company that connects your physical and digital worlds, so industries like transportation and geospatial can get hard work done faster than ever. Every day brings new challenges, decisions, adjustments, real-time moments that matter. With Trimble on your team, you're in command of purpose-built tech ecosystems and connected solutions that keep work flowing end to end. Turn data points into decision points, deadlines into finish lines, and possibilities into profits. Check out what Trimble can do for you at Trimble.com. Because with Trimble, you can act smarter, move faster, and lead with confidence. Trimble, confidence at every turn.
The market's uncertain, revenue's tight, and hiring on hold. That's why results-driven companies are using Upwork to keep work moving. Go to Upwork.com today and start hiring proven freelance talent fast. No bulky overhead. No rigid long-term contracts. Just the right expert right when you need them. Work smarter and faster with Upwork. Go to Upwork.com now and find your freelance expert. That's UPWORK.com. Post a job for free and get started today.
All right, last story to recap, unless you're a patron, which in case you're going to get two. Right at the beginning of the month, Google got the sentencing over its domination of search advertising. This is separate, as I always say, from a second U.S. antitrust case over ad exchanges. We were supposed to get a final order on that by the end of September, and September's still got a few more days as we're recording this, so maybe it'll squeak in and we'll talk about it in the October wrap-up, but it hasn't happened yet. Anyway, we did get the sentencing for search advertising. And here's what it is. To recap for you, Google may not make exclusive deals to distribute Google Search, the Chrome browser, or Gemini in a way that would prevent the distribution of rival products. It also can't require the use of those products if a company wants to carry the Google Play Store. It has to share some search index data and user interaction data, though not ads data, with rivals to help them compete better. Qualified competitors can buy a one-time snapshot of data at marginal cost so that they can, and I quote, identify and crawl more web pages with valuable content and do so more efficiently. And Google will have to syndicate search, but gets to set its price above marginal cost. And they only have to do that for 5 years. DOJ wanted them to do it for 10. Here's the other thing that surprises me, Jen. We were expecting Google to appeal this by now, and they haven't.
Yeah. With all the things that happened, like I thought that like being told, separate Chrome was a long shot. With all the data that is going to be available to qualified competitors, I don't think they'll be able to jump on improvements immediately, but as this shakes out, especially over the next 5 years as the mandatory thing, again, unless there's appeals, I would love to see better search and better data and more useful things come out of search as a result of this.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna.
I can hope, though.
Here's the thing. Perplexity just opened up its API to everybody, and it's probably going to be cheaper because Google gets to set the price of that API. And that syndication was only going to last 5 years anyway. So you weren't going to want to build a long-term business on it unless you had an exit plan for when they stopped offering it to you in 5 years. So I just don't think that many people are going to take that much advantage of it. And search is the dying part of the business, right? It's the AI overviews. It's the summarization and stuff that is the future. And there's no order for them to share that kind of thing.
Is it the future? Granted, I'm becoming not quite a Luddite, but I have friends who are very set on like, man, I'm going to go back to the links browser and just use text links and go back to RSS. And why doesn't anyone make a really good RSS reader?
No, there's always a group like us who say that and do that, right? Mm-hmm. I was the guy in the 90s that was using the links browser as long as I could, who just decried the graphical browser, and thought ads were ruining the web. But when you look at the stats, when you look at the scoreboard, the future and the usage case is with the summaries, and they are getting better and they are getting more useful. And the legal requirements are thorny, but they're not unsolvable. And there are decisions being made that are allowing people to go, okay, so that's the rules now. That's how we'll do it. And I think Google knows that and is like, great. Yeah. Have our search data. It's the declining part of our business. In fact, Google is worried about what they're going to do to replace that search revenue as well. That's a huge reason that they have been pouring so much effort into Gemini.
Okay, here's my free idea for the world. I am waiting for someone to buy, say, like the IP rights to Alta Vista or Ask Jeeves and just like launch a new one, see how far you can get on the retro nostalgia of it to bring back search in a big way. They'll get tons of press for it.
Who owns altavista.com? Yahoo owns AltaVista.
Oh,
so there you go.
That kind of makes sense. I really should have seen that one coming. Mm-hmm. Or Yahoo bringing back.
There's your free idea, Yahoo. Come on, push it.
Bring back the manual directory.
I mean,
it'll only take them 800 million years to crawl the web.
Yahoo's the pioneer of that, right? They probably have one left over from 2006 still sitting around somewhere. So yeah. All right. So that is it for our wrap up of September, unless you are a patron.
What did you think were the biggest stories of the month? Do you agree with us? Do you agree with ChatGPT? Do you have some insight into a story? Please share it with us at feedback@dailytechnewsshow.com.
Yes, thanks to you for being along for Daily Tech News Show. You can keep us in business by becoming a patron. Patreon.com/DTNS. In fact, patrons, stick around. We got one more story for you.
The DTNS family of podcasts, helping each other understand.
Diamond Club hopes you have enjoyed this program.
If you're a smoker or vapor, ready to make a change, you really only need one good reason. But with Zyn nicotine pouches, you'll discover many good reasons. Zyn is America's #1 nicotine pouch brand. Plus, Zyn offers a robust rewards program. There are lots of options when it comes to nicotine satisfaction, but there's only one Zyn. Check out Zyn.com/find to find Zyn at a store near you. Warning, this product contains nicotine. Nicotine is an addictive chemical.
What makes a great pair of glasses? At Warby Parker, it's all the invisible extras without the extra cost. Their designer quality frames start at $95, including prescription lenses, plus scratch-resistant, smudge-resistant, and anti-reflective coatings, and UV protection, and free adjustments for life. To find your next pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contact lenses, or to find the Warby Parker store nearest you, head over to warbyparker.com. That's warbyparker.com.